Today we're going to be brewing on Anvil's signature product, the 10.5 gallon Foundry, and this is their newest version of this popular all-in-one homebrewing system. And I'm quite familiar with this system. I believe it debuted around 5 years ago and is very popular in the homebrewing world. Not only that, but YouTube channels have showcased this product since its conception, and while the system received mostly positive feedback, there's also been some homebrewers who have expressed some difficulties. But Anvil has listened to the people. They've gone back to the drawing board and they've made some powerful upgrades. So we are going to go through it all today. What's in the box, what is new, how to assemble, and most importantly, the price. And stay tuned to the end where I give my honest feedback. Now, first and foremost, I've done about a dozen brews on this system and made some great beers, but that was a couple years ago. New systems can be somewhat of a headache at first, and a good rule of thumb is to never judge your system after your first brew day. Trust me, by your third or fourth batch, it's going to be night and day from your first batch. So what's in the box? You're going to have your 10.5 gallon boiler, malt, basket, and hardware, false bottom, a stainless steel immersion chiller, some hardware, and some other stuff we're going to be showcasing along the way. This system is very easy to piece together, but they still provide detailed instructions. All you need is a Phillips head screwdriver. Now, I remember the early days of the Foundry where the screen was at the bottom, and if you wanted to run 240, you had some serious jimmy rigging to do. But now the screen is at the top. The screen has also been updated as well. I never had a problem with the old screen, but the new screen is more waterproof and is much more accessible to replace with if need be. You can get to it easily with just a screwdriver. And this is the only system on the market that's ready to go, whether it's 120 or 240. And FYI, it's set to 240 by default, so I'm going to be using the adapter. If you're going 120, you're also going to need to change the switch at the bottom. And we're going full volume mash today, no sparge. I used to dislike pumps in the past, but you're going to get way better conversion efficiency by recirculating. 7 gallons to begin with. And always calibrate your system. Your system's only as good as a calibrated thermometer. And this temp reading, 109, 108, 109, spot on. Now, the first thing I noticed about their new system is you can detach the false bottom. This takes the headaches away from cleaning a grain basket. The false bottom doesn't just rest on the bottom, but actually snaps in to secure it. Just make sure the buttons are facing up. My older version had this grain basket ring, but it was kind of a hassle if you were brewing by yourself. It was a lot easier to deal with if you were brewing with a buddy, but I definitely burned myself a couple times trying to deal with this on solo brew days. So Anvil got rid of the ring and added these latches to the newest version. Super easy to install. There's just 2. Now you just lift it up and rest it on the side, making solo brew days much easier. Also, the new basket on the left has less holes than the older basket on the right. This allows brewers to make smaller batches as well as eliminating stuck mashes. Now, even though the recirculation kit is sold separately, I believe it's a must-have to maximize the system. The kit comes with a 4-foot hose, but you're going to want to cut off about 1 foot. Just enough so it's close enough to your spigot. Then take these plastic clamps to secure your spigot to your pump, and then the other 2 connect your hose to your return tube. And look at that, a thing of beauty. No leaks and everything working perfectly. Now this flow is good enough for me, but I'm kind of an impatient caveman brewer. Now if you want to slow down the flow, just tighten this flow clamp and rest the perforated disc on top. And if you're worried about deflecting any liquids, run the tube through the lid, as this will help spread out the flow so it's more evenly distributed. It's your call though. Live your life and I'll live mine. And then it's just business as usual from here. Bring to a boil and then chill your wort down with the stainless chiller. Connect one end to a garden hose and let it just flow out the other hose. And the garden hose adapter is included in the system. So do I vouch for the newest version of this system? Oh, absolutely, 100%. It's a better version, but for the same cost. It's $524, but if you order before August 15th, you get an additional 15% off. Click on the link in the description that will send you to the website. There's also some accessories that can be used with the new Anvil Foundry 10.5 gallon system, but maybe we'll see another video on that someday. And do you have an Anvil Foundry? If so, let everybody know in the comment section how it's working out for you. You can learn a lot more sometimes from the comment section than the video itself. And in the meantime, cheers to eating good, cheers to drinking good.